Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I'm actually shaking with excitement because we've just had a Psychic Awakening drop called the Gatherin Waaagh. This is it. This is the Saga of the Beast officially starting now with information we're getting with it, and I'm absolutely so happy. So let's jump in, let's go through the article and let's see what is about to go down with the Ork Waaagh. So the article starts with, as Gork's grin spreads across the galaxy, the Orks are taking full advantage of the opportunities for fighting, crumping and smashing, but the Orks appeared weirdly organised. What the Zog is going on? I've always said, if the Orks get organised, it's basically endgame, because these chaps are just ruthless. Now it goes into a little bit of information about like the past big wars that we've had. So the past, it says here, there has been Ork wars this big and disciplined twice before in the history of the Imperium. The first time was in M31, where Uruk's Waaagh, centered around Ullanor, threatened human space. It took Horus himself to bring down Uruk, with the Lunar Wolves Primarch battling the giant orc in his own throne room before casting the body down from the battlements. In the wake of the victory, Horus was named War Master of the Emperor's forces, and nothing was the same ever again. It then goes into some more stuff. It says, some 2,000 years later, an even bigger orc led an even bigger war against the Imperium. After colonizing Ullanor, this war boss, known as the Beast, turned his vengeance on those who had slain Uruk, almost wiping out the Imperial Fist chapter. Absolute heresy, never happened. Going toe-to-toe with Vulcan, the Primarch of the Salamanders, and unleashing one of the attack moons over Terra itself. Billions died, entire sectors were overrun, and the Waaagh was so powerful that the Orks under the command of the Beast grew bigger and more aggressive than any seen before. Eventually, only a desperate gambit on the world of Ullanor by the rebuilt Imperial Fist and the Sisters of Silence managed to end the largest Waaagh had ever seen. Now it goes on to the present. We're here now. This is it. Saga of the Beast. Woohoo! The present. All over the galaxy, the Orks are appearing in massive numbers, from Cerabil to Lectides, from Gyvosis to Baracodius. I am completely butchering all those words, I'm sorry. Attack on the Imperiums have increased in both frequency and intensity. What's more, these attacks are showing an unorky level of tactics and strategy, oh boy. Rather than just rushing headlong into the enemy, whoever is commanding these Orks is an innovator, shrewd tactician, outmaneuvering his enemy to exploit their weakness and avoiding careful laid traps as anticipating them in advance. And he says, what's happening? Now this is hilarious because there's a picture I'm going to put on the background now. It says, who's in charge of all these Orks? Surely it can only just be one warboss teleporting around all these different war zones, can it? Orks don't have that technology. Well, they did have technology to teleport stuff. Maybe it's a lot of different Orks all pretending to be the next beast. A lot of names are being mentioned in relation to these stunt doubles. Waaagh, Gutsmek, Nazdreg, Urgrug, sorry, I hope I pronounced that right. Urgork, the Unstoppable, the Arch of Caridon, and many besides. But none of these Orks is cunning enough to put together a Waaagh of this size. The only thing for certain is whatever the Beast has been spotted, he's not alone. He's always accompanied by his Grot Banner Waver. And there we go. We have his little Grot Banner Waver right there. So it's happening. It's happening. It's Ghazskull. And if you look just in the background, you can see Ghazskull's claw, just the blur of it. Again, a bit more of his body in the background. Ghazskull is coming. It's really cool how they refer to the next so-called beast in air quotations now. So is that what they're officially going with? Is Ghazskull actually going to be a beast? Is he actually going to get that Primork status? I personally don't think he'll be Primork, because Primorks are like, they like in the Beast Arises series, they was described like a Hablock, kind of like, you know, that big and that bulky and stuff. Of course not big as a Hablock, but you know what I mean, like it was just a mammoth huge thing. And of course the scale of Ghazskull, what we can really see, he's probably going to be like the same size as maybe a Dreadnought, let's say, something along those long lines. You know, if if we're talking about the beast and, you know, going back to, the beast arises and stuff like that, then you're probably thinking a knight-esque size orc. That's what the instantly thing that jumps into my mind about that. And the last little bit it says here, it says you can find out exactly what the orcs are up to in Saga of the Beast. The next chapter of the Psychic Awakening is released soon. So soon. Remember what I said the other day when we talked about Ghaz Skull? His model has completely disappeared from the US site. From the EU sites. The Ragnar model has completely disappeared from the North American sites, USA/Canada. So I'm wondering if Ragnar and stuff is going to be a part of that whole release. Again, I've done a video describing all that and putting my thoughts into that. It says, pick up The Beast Arises Volume 1 from Black Library to learn about the original Beast and how he terrorized the Imperium in M32. Great book series. If you love it, if you're an Imperial Fist fan, then that is a book series for you. The Last War Protocol. I'm doing it again. I am unleashing the Last War Protocol on this Xenos Forces. I'm really, really so excited. I really love fighting orcs. Orcs are my favorite army to fight because they're just orcs. They're incredible. I just love everything about them. I've always said if I do a Xenos Force, it's definitely going to be orcs, and I think that will come into fruition very, very soon because it's Ghaz Skull. Ghaz Skull's got a new model, and it's going to be epic, and I can't bloody wait. Right, that's me done for another video. It's starting, brothers. This is it. Hopefully, in future articles in the coming weeks, we're going to see more stuff. I can almost taste Ghaz Skull's reveal. Surely it has to be either this week or next week. Surely either this week or next week. Probably maybe at the end of this week, maybe. And then, next week, maybe previewing some of, the relics and stuff that we normally find in the Saga of the Beast, and then pre-orders and all that kind of stuff that you expect. Right, enough rambling from me. There we go. It started. The Beast is coming. Prepare, brothers. Prepare the defenses. We shall purge them all.